Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I wanted to share with you one of my routines that I like to do. It doesn't have to be a daily thing, but at least a few times a week, I think is really, really important, not only for blood circulation or longevity, cardiovascular health, all kinds of things that it helps with, but just as an overall way to exercise as well. If you don't have a lot of time, a lot of us are really, really busy, especially as business owners, entrepreneurs, people with kids, right? 9 to 5s. Almost every day feels like there's not enough time in the day. So this is something that I started doing, especially in the summer, spring, fall. Winter's a little bit rough, but you can do this indoors, outdoors. And I wanted to share with you not just how to do it, because obviously how to do it is, well, you just do the running or the exercising, right? But also what you're looking for in terms of heart rate, what you're going to get if you do this consistently, and also just the main benefits of doing this long term, right? Because obviously you might get some initial rewards, mentally or physically, right, from doing this a couple times, but you won't really see the giant impact until you do this consistently for quite some time, right? So first, I'm going to take you through one of my runs, show you exactly what to do, what not to do. Like, for example, I'm running in the grass, as you guys can see, and I'm wearing these rubber shoes, so I might slip a few times. Don't recommend it. Maybe wear some cleats or something that can actually have some traction. And I don't know if you can tell, my yard's a little bit ripped up, so we're just gonna go run this way and back. And the goal when you're doing this, right, it's going to look different for everyone. But for me, my goal is to get between 160 and 180 heart rate on my sprint, and then bring it back down to below 120, closer to, if I can, 80 or 90, basically like as close to resting as possible, and then doing it again. And you want to do 3 to 5 repetitions. And the reason why I said it's going to look differently for some people versus others is because your heart rate might increase to 160 to 180 on a jog for some people, right? Especially if you don't exercise very often, or if you don't exercise at all, you're going to see that like a brisk walk could almost raise you to that level. So you don't have to necessarily do sprints, but for me to optimize for what I do and my comfortability level, I almost have to sprint. And also, once you get to a point where sprinting is the only way you can get up there, you basically have to continue sprinting to maintain that. But you can, of course, do other forms of exercise if you wanted to. But this is definitely great for, like I said, those days where, maybe you have a lot of things going on or you're really, really busy and you wanted to get some sort of exercise. So for me, this form of exercise is really, really helpful in helping maintain, one, my body composition, my body fat percentage, right? Like all that, increasing my cardiovascular health, so that way I can live a longer and healthier and better life. And also it helps me as I, continue this chapter of fatherhood where, I'm gonna need the extra energy in order to help raise my daughter, or, if we have more kids, multiple kids, right? So all that is really, really important. And for us guys, right, this type of exercise also has some insane benefits, like increasing testosterone. When you do these runs, you're going to sleep better, you're going to recover better. Although you might get some soreness, eventually that will die down. And every time you run, you're not going to get sore. And there's a ton of other benefits, like I said, like increased circulation, mood, everything that you can think of. I'm going to literally throw up while I run. I'm going to throw up exactly all the benefits. You can read through them while I do these runs. But basically, like I said, 160 to 180 heart rate. The goal is to get up to there. I recommend having a watch, something that you can actually track that with. So currently we're sitting at a BPM of around 83, and this type of exercise only takes maybe 15, 20, maximum 30 minutes to do in a day. And I highly recommend doing it in the morning, fasted if you can. If not, that's okay. And if you are a type 1 diabetic like me, or you have hypoglycemia, make sure to have snacks on you. So let's go ahead and jump into this run. Okay, got my headphones, and I almost forgot to mention, it's really, really important to do some sort of stretches. A lot of people, what they'll do is they'll stretch like this for 15, 30 seconds, a minute, right? And then they'll switch sides and they'll do like stretch like this. I actually think it's better, and a lot of science shows that it's better to do those sort of stretches after you work out, and then do more active stretches before you work out. So things like this, you're going to use, and if anything feels out of place, then you can jump into the slower stretches. But they show that you actually increase injury if you do the slower stretches and then jump into sprints. But these type of stretches are really good before running. Anyway, all right, let's do it. I'm also gonna set my microphone down so you guys don't have to hear me pant. So here we go. So I hit 164. I don't know if you can see that. 164. It's already coming down pretty fast. It's already at 153. 151. So obviously we just barely hit that. And usually back and forth will do it for me. Gets me to like 170, 180. So I only got 164. So now we're gonna rest for about a minute. I'm gonna repeat the process a couple more times. I would at least do 2 more times if you're just starting out. If you've been doing this for a while, I mean, you can go up to 10 times really. But honestly, you just want to shoot for a few intervals at least of that back and forth. And raising and lowering your heart rate. Whoa. Like imagine you're in the jungle being chased by, I don't know, a cheetah or some panther, right? And then stops chasing you, right? Because you got away or whatever. Hopefully. If it's a cheetah, maybe not, but the idea is there, right? You're running. Heart rate's up. Stop chasing you. Boom, heart rate comes down. Safety, right? All of that to say that repeated over and over helps with so many things. Helps with stress levels, right? Containing the cortisol hormone, right? Containing it down to a baseline. So if things throughout your day get crazy, you're actually gonna respond better emotionally to those things. I'm not saying that you're gonna, have your problem solved because you're reacting better, but you're gonna be less emotionally triggered by those things. That doesn't mean you're gonna perform worse because your emotions aren't there to support whatever's going on in your life. It just means that your inside is gonna be more cool, calm, and collected when it comes to respond to outside cortisol spikes or stressors, right? And so that's what this exercise does for you, for the body. That's what it's doing for me right now as I lower my BPM. It's telling my body, hey, it's okay. We're not actually being chased by a cheetah. We're not actually going through this crazy, horrible situation. It's okay. And then slowly my BPMs come down. And so also with that, I would highly advise, although that's not what I'm doing right now, but if you want to speed up the process, and in fact, I think you should, of lowering your BPMs, what you can do is you can practice breath work during this. It's a great time to kind of meditate, to practice breath work. So taking a big, deep breath in through your nose.
Where is?
And so the idea is to properly breathe. What you want to do is you want to take a deep breath in, and that deep breath should match or be about half of your breath out. So meaning if your breath in is about 2 seconds, your breath out should be 2 to 4 seconds. And there should be a pause in between each breath in and breath out. So it should go like something like this. You take a deep breath in. And you do that enough times and your heart rate will actually come down faster than just, trying to breathe. And it might feel kind of, it's maybe not painful, but at least uncomfortable at first. It definitely does help. So my heart rate's almost there. We're about to hit 90. So I'm going to go ahead, put the microphone down, and then do another sprint. And if you're getting value from this, by the way, please hit the like button, subscribe. If you want to see more content on exercise, health, fitness, diabetes, whatever, let me know what you'd like to see in the comments. And not that I'm like an expert or anything, but I've been, trying to track and optimize my health practically, right? Over the last, maybe 15 plus years. And I also have a book out. If you guys want to go check that out, I'm revising it. Should be out this year, the revised copy. But if you want to go support local small business, and I try to make them super, super inexpensive, because I think that the access to education should be relatively either, low cost or even free in a lot of cases, which is why I'm making this video, to help you hopefully get you out the door and do some exercise and get educated on health and wellness, and also build community, right? Because I think that's really, really important too. People with like minds, I think, should come together and spread the good word of, how certain things could be done better, or, so if there's anything that you think I'm doing wrong, also let me know in the comments, if you are an expert in that field. Anyway, let's jump into set number 2. It's starting to rain out here, so I think I'm going to just do the 3 and wrap it up, because I don't want my equipment to get wet. So last set, let's go. All right, 176. We're up there. All right, it's raining pretty hard. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Feel free to throw anything in the comments if I forgot something. I'll see you guys later. Bye.